Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon. Once again, the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd, and I play Braxon even. We're starting off well. Who is a human fighter from an asteroid near Brow.
Hi, I'm Daikami-sama, and I play Solas Ebha, who is a half-elven cleric mage, and has won the malady he fought last week.
I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin of Brawl, and I've got this weird deck of cards.
I'm Kiji-kun. I play Sinrae, and I'm wondering what the heck the party did last session that
What do
didn't
you
get
mean?
us
You
killed.
were there?
Yes, I was there.
Levalithana, an elven wild mage. And I was there.
And you still wonder.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Zaka. I play the specialty priest multi-classed with a thief. And he's an elf. He's from Realm Space. And what else? What else can I think of today? He's the bane of all avians. I don't know.
I thought he was the Crow Whisperer.
No.
A bane of
No.
what?
Bane of avians.
He's the crow man.
Only the well, maybe that's a bit too
All
far, maybe.
avians.
No,
All dragons. All dragons.
Oh, no,
Dragons aren't
fairies are-
avians.
No, because with fairy.
Dragons aren't
Wouldn't a
birds.
dragon evolve into an avian?
I didn't think this very clearly.
No, not all crows are going to be mean to you.
No, just the ones
Only
that
the
all-
ones you interact with.
Most of them are probably going to be mean to him at this point.
No. Daikami can do the speak with animals now. He can be antagonized.
And then
Yeah,
they
but
treat him very cordially.
Yeah, I'm sure Solas will have all the correct etiquette for discussing things with crows.
We'll see if if he puts the crow in a bag before interrogating him.
Yeah, that always goes down
fair-
well.
Also
to be fair, that
threatening the
wasn't
crow.
Lafdul's fault. That
but
was not Lafdul's fault.
Lafdul was the one that opened the bag.
Yeah, maybe that had something to do with it.
So, Lafdul, if I go and visit Div and try to find our crow friend, you're not going to be happy with Sinrae, are you?
Just might end up dead one day.
Me or the crow?
Well, that's for you to decide. To think about.
That depends on how well you roll when he kills the crow.
Wow.
Alright, so you guys were just getting back to Brawl. Since Higgimus is having some technical difficulties, he should be showing up hopefully a little bit later. I will tell him what the costs for redocking are. I actually can't recall if you left the dolphin itself, the blade, here, or if you left it at your asteroid.
I think we left it at the asteroid because
Yeah, I don't think we take it because
Yeah, I thought we left it at the asteroid.
Okay, well, right, no, I knew you left it someplace, but I couldn't remember where. Either way, you would have picked it up on the way if it was left there. So, you come back to Brawl with the whole big thing.
Okay, so when we pick up this big ship, that's when Braxon's going to start working on the next whole point of damage.
Okay.
Because I think we're still down quite a few.
3, I think.
Oh, that's just about a few, isn't it?
Yeah,
Let's have a look.
I tend to associate quite a few with
3 weeks of hard labor.
But yeah, all right. So you get working on finishing the repairs, and
Couldn't he?
Yeah.
Because the crew would be idle for like a week while we were on the planet. Couldn't he have like organised like the majority of the work? And then finished off on our last day traveling back to Braxon.
You basically have a skeleton crew.
No.
Mm.
I didn't realize that.
Our crew is made of skeletons?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have a little bit of
Skeletons.
they have a little bit of flesh on top of it, but yes. I believe part of that was to not pay as many people right now.
Oh, can I test something?
Maybe.
Can I turn into a skeleton using my hand disguise?
No.
Ah. Can I make myself look like an undead ghoul or something, or lich or vampire or something?
Well, vampires don't really look different.
No, but they might just have like a paler skin or something, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you could definitely make yourself paler. You've never encountered an elven vampire before, so you don't know exactly what they're like.
I
They
guess
got
that,
pointier ears and paler skin.
at least Old didn't do the trick that some GMs would do, it that you turn into a skeleton, but because you're not an animated skeleton, you die.
The hat of disguise is just an illusion, though.
Would I know if the good liches, the Bayon liches, whatever they're called?
Well, there's Baelnorn and there's Archliches.
Yeah, because I'm from Evermeet.
You would know of Baelnorn, but you've never encountered one.
All right.
But no, I don't think that you can make yourself look undead with that. I think you need something else.
Well, the one thing most elven vampires have is they hate themselves. So, Lafdul, do you hate yourself?
No,
I think that's a yes.
I don't actually.
So he can't be he can't appear as a elven vampire. He doesn't have the right,
Temperament.
yes, temperament.
So, Lafdul,
I don't like this question.
Too bad.
It's the tone.
Do you only have protections on your safe? Like, I know you put some like traps, magical traps on.
I had a glyph of warding on the safe, and I installed a trap. I never actually got back to you about that trap.
Yeah, you never did. That's fine. But it's only on the safe.
That was... Sorry. Okay.
You okay? Okay. While he is dying...
Sorry. I literally ate something. It went down the wrong pipe.
Figured.
I wanted to know if I could get a sheet of lead around it or something. Or on the inside, I don't know. That was something else I was thinking about. Because I know my Ring of X-Ray Vision, or what I knew of it, it struggled going through metals. I could not remember if it was ferrous metals or if it was just like precious metals.
I think with that, it's any metal, but lead does offer a lot of protection against detection spells and the like.
Like detect alignment.
You, depending on how you wanted to do it, we can handle that in between sessions. You just need to, hit me up. But it might either require you to purchase a new safe or just line the inside, depending on what you want. So.
Oh, I thought you were talking about having your room lined with lead.
No, that's a bit beyond laughter.
Okay, so you don't have anything on the door to your cabin.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I would have. When I was installed, I probably would have told Higgimus that telling him that I would have had it trapped and the officers.
Okay.
Because I've been robbed once. I'm not letting that happen again.
So when you guys get to your asteroid and you return to your room, Lafdul, you notice something under the covers on your bed.
Oh no! Is it my death? I look, I guess.
You pull back the covers to reveal the wooden duck.
Wait, wasn't that what Leather made something into a wooden duck at one point?
Yeah.
Why is it here? I bring this to Leather and I ask, why is this here?
Oh, that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, right. It's your duck,
No, it isn't.
isn't it?
It's your duck.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. It was on my bed for some reason. Underneath the
Well,
sheet.
that's because it's your duck.
Someone thinks I'm into kinky stuff, and I don't appreciate it.
It's a beautiful day, and you have a terrible duck.
A terrible goose, you could say.
No, it's pretty clearly a duck.
Yeah. We're not doing Duck Duck Goose.
And then we thought it would look very faintly like a crow.
Shame it's not a crow.
Off the raven.
You're pretty sure that this has been here while you were gone to Croylian Moor.
All right. Does the duck have any inscription? Anything?
No, I mean it's the
significant?
duck she made.
Oh.
It's definitely the duck she made.
All right.
So there's nothing written on the duck.
I'm just gonna leave it in the mess room on the table. I guess just leave it there.
Okay. All right.
And I inspect my room because now I'm paranoid.
Oh, okay.
Haven't you
let's
always
see.
been paranoid?
Now I am because he's put something in my room. So. Oh, maybe. See, I had all these great ideas and I've forgotten them throughout the post.
You don't notice anything else out of place. Your safe does not appear to have been touched or messed with in any way.
I check it, open it up while being aware of its trap.
Yeah, no.
I would have had it as long as the key's in the lock. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever you've
how-
set as the way to disarm your trap, you can reset it. You would do that automatically.
As an FYI, though, I am using lethal poison now.
Ooh.
So if
In the
it goes
trap,
off, it's a poison trap. I don't know how it's distributed yet, though.
Well,
What kind of poison?
the only times that's
Lethal.
gonna come into it's gonna be an issue for you is if you are rushed or distracted in some way. So as long as you're not,
Then the trap injects you with wyvern poison.
so until you need to, so just like this week, hit me up and we'll
Basically,
work out the
if we get
details.
attacked,
No. We can work out the details.
it just means that
With
I'd be delayed by several turns, probably.
As the poison kills you, yes.
it's therefore.
Slowly kill.
Thing is, I'd be alive but dead because my ring would keep me alive. Sort of. Would I be?
You don't know? One way or
Yeah,
the other? You're
I
not
figured
sure?
you were going to say that before I even bothered asking a question.
I think it's time that ring got stolen again. Don't we get visit? Don't we have another a dragon that would like to come and visit us again? She might like the ring.
You would have to
Wait.
give
So,
her a reason to come visit you guys again.
Yeah, there's a ring she hasn't seen yet.
Sinrae is just gonna be like, if she was
Oh,
here, would
Higgimus
probably
has
be
got
asking
rings.
about the dragon. Like, wait, there's a dragon?
Hmm. Yeah, Rob.
Did we have any housekeeping to take care of with the asteroid?
Probably not. They're hard at work, but you've really only been gone like a bit over a week since last time you were here, so
Oh, is that Druid here?
he's still there, but again, it's only been
Can
like a
I-
week.
No. Something I actually want to figure out with Higgimus, but I would assume he would have kept one of the berry seeds or something because I wanted to show it to the Druid to see if they're propagatable.
The big ones that you got from the creature
Yeah,
that tried
those
to...
plant-eating, those man-eating plants.
The druid says, oh yes, I do recognize those. I would not recommend planting that here. It's fine for a wild place, but if people are going to be around, it's a little bit too dangerous for that.
Well, I
You
was
could
just
try
thinking,
it, but I'm not going to have anything to do with it.
I'm trying to humor this Druid. It's like, you see, my captain, he keeps eating my berries. I just thought it'd be like a good discouragement. shall we say.
Has he eaten any of those?
Yeah.
Oh.
We had to kill the plant that ate him.
And he's okay?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He broke out. He had the dagger.
No, I mean after eating the berries.
Oh. Why? What's wrong with them? I cast good berry on them, I say. I don't know if that neutralized
well,
any
yes,
effect on
that would... It's just, They look and smell pretty good, but, they tend to give you some pretty nasty indigestion. Good berry would take care of that, no problem, though.
Oh, because I don't
But
think all berries got.
He gave part of those berries to someone else.
Yeah, but they all are good berries, the ones that were healing.
Okay.
I mean, it creates a fairly big plant, so, you know, I wouldn't recommend planting it anywhere where you'd have people out and about. In fact, I wouldn't recommend you plant it anywhere. Let it grow as it wills in the wild.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, I bid him adieu. I say I appreciate. It looks nice around here.
Yeah, it'll look better once we actually get something more than just basic grass cover.
Should I ask him? Do you want me to keep an eye out for samples like plant life? Some fauna. Is it flora? Yeah, flora.
Well, I mean, if you find some ornamental plants that you like, I mean, you could certainly bring them back. I'm sticking with things that are native to this sphere, however.
Oh. Well, you can bring it back under your advisement.
It's up to you.
Oh, I'll bear that in mind. Bid him adieu.
Okay. If there's anything...
Wait. There was one thing. Dying again. Oh, goddamn.
Takes
Chance
time.
die.
I want to know if he would be aware of the shape wood spell or something to that effect. If there's a spell that manipulates wood to a greater effect than my straighten wood, basically. I'm trying to think of a spell and I'm wondering if he has any inspiration.
He's aware of some spells that can alter the shapes of plants, but he doesn't... I don't think he'd have access to many of them beyond Warpwood. He's not a high-level druid.
Isn't he? I thought he was like level 4 or something. I have 4th levels caster. I mean, 8th level, 7th level.
I don't remember what I set him at. And it depends on the spells that you're asking about.
Yeah. No, it is a 3rd level spell.
Okay. Maybe he has access to it then. I don't... I haven't detailed out what he has,
fine.
so...
I'm just saying this for like inspiration for when I do research it. I don't know, maybe something along the lines of that druid do something, maybe think along a certain trail or something.
Well, I mean, if you have some questions about spells that I have access to that you don't, you're welcome to speak with me.
Oh. It's very kind of you.
I mean, all I've got to talk to around here are dwarves and rockhoppers, and they're not exactly the plant-loving types, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I
not
would...
Not to disparage them in any way.
I would mention that Erevan, my patron, gives me minor access to plants.
You wouldn't really think of it that way.
How would I...
You don't really... Like, you don't think of it that way. You just don't think of it that way. You get the spells that you get.
No. Well, I don't know how to lead that conversation, so I'll just move on.
Okay.
You just sort of mumble under your breath and wander away.
No, Lafdul's got a reasonably good charisma.
You could still be
just because I can't roleplay, it doesn't mean Lafdul can't. Good reaction to just at +3.
I mean, so, like, the way to talk about that would be out of character. Like, to say, I would ask him about such and such spell. I would ask about having major access to plant if he has any, that kind of thing. As opposed to, in character saying, "Oh yeah, I have minor access to the plant sphere," because you don't. That's a mechanic thing. It's not a.
Well, no, all right, then I have access to. Well, there aren't like certain priests that. There is a defined thing where certain priests get access to certain spells, some don't. So I could say that I have access to plants or spells, plant manipulation.
Well, I mean, in character, you would probably say something along the lines of, "My deity has, grants me some minor spells relating to plants or something like that." But,
Right.
I mean, part of it is, since we in the real world don't have any of this, it is difficult for us to imagine how we would think of it. But the mechanics-based thing of minor access to plant, major access to necromancy, whatever, is not something that your characters would think about.
No, so I just say my deity has a care for the woodlands, and he shares that care and attention to his priest.
Right. So ultimately, it depends on what question you have for him, why you want to talk to him.
Yeah.
It's for spell research purposes, right?
Yeah, it was just for the.
Yeah. So I mean,
wood.
you can simply say that while you're there, you discuss
Inquire about some wood manipulation spells.
Yeah, you can discuss some like esoteric magic information kind of thing is something that you might discuss about.
Braxon might ask if there's some plants that would be good for growing out something similar to a tree house around the gravity plane, in case we wanted to make some docks.
Well, I mean, if you want to make some docks, the best thing to do would just be make a dock with normal planks and boards.
Yeah,
I suppose stone if you wanted to do that.
Mm.
There aren't too many trees that grow out horizontally, you know.
Yeah, they seem to point towards light sources. Not too up on that sort of thing.
Any other things that you guys want to take care of while you're on the asteroid?
Could find out if there's some sort of trinkets that the rock hoppers will be interested in.
They're not really interested in trinkets that much.
All right then. What sort of stuff are they interested in?
Basically, just basic staples. Fancier foods, things that they can't produce themselves, that sort of thing. Metal tools and weapons.
Metal tools and weapons. Okay.
Sinrae is going to ask for more, since she's never been here before.
Oh.
You were here when you guys dropped off the main ship.
Okay.
Though that was probably the first time, so you probably would have gotten a tour then.
Gotcha.
Although maybe you guys were feeling a little bit pressed for time at that point. So
yeah
you could get a more of a tour here. You probably would spend a day here.
Hmm.
And give her a tour, and that's where Higgimus died. Only he didn't.
Yeah, he wasn't died. The party thought he was dead. It's like Lafdul had faith in Higgimus.
Sinrae again is wondering if maybe she shouldn't have thrown her lot in with these guys, but.
And that's where we found the giant metal scammer. Be that sort of conversation.
You could definitely that was definitely something that took place in there.
She's constantly going, wait. Oh, what?
You probably would have heard about the giant metal scaver, in part because
yeah, we took it back to Brow, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it's now part of the Brow Navy.
Were they enlisted, the gnomes?
They did, yes.
Hmm.
Sinrae, I sent you a message.
Yeah. Sorry, I had my character sheet up.
That's okay. Alright, is there anything else that anyone would want to do on the asteroid?
Solas will just go into his chambers and start writing his findings up from the Corellian Moors.
Well, I know Braxon would have the mundane conversations about any supplies that the dwarves need, or I don't think we've fully designed what we want for the asteroid yet. So
Yeah, although part of that's my fault, sir, because I don't think I ever shared you the current floor plan as an image.
yeah,
I need to remember to do that.
yeah. Well,
also...
I mean, we had the picture of the innards, but I'm thinking now we've got a battle dolphin that won't fit inside. Yep. So we need a way to dock a battle dolphin with the asteroid, which would probably be something at the gravity plane.
Well, there is a makeshift dock there now, because that's how the dwarves are, get to and from your asteroid.
Right.
And they're making steady progress on...
Are there any other rock hoppers here?
Not at the moment. They kind of travel around the asteroids in the area.
Seasonal thing, I guess. Even though there's no season, but
yeah, I mean they just wander.
Yeah.
They're nomadic. Oh, we could ask the druid if it would be possible to get some things to plant on some of the asteroids for us and rock hoppers to share.
Do you own those asteroids?
Do we need to?
Someone may consider them theirs. If you don't know who, then you might want to be careful about
that. The prince.
The rock hoppers might consider them theirs.
I don't think the rockhoppers exactly have the same concept of property as we do.
Okay. All right, maybe we'll do a bit of investigation.
I mean, short of setting up guards with bows, I'm not sure that you could do much to keep them away from here, if you know what I mean.
Oh, well, we like the rockhoppers.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying that they would likely just come by regardless of whether you felt they were allowed to or not.
Oh, no. I just meant if there was food, more food than they needed, we could have some spare.
He's not entirely sure that you've gotten his drift, but he kind of shrugs and lets it go. Gets back to his work. Alright, so with that, the day spent, you head back to Brawl and dock up. So you guys can do things that you wanted to do. I know that there were some things that some people wanted to do.
I am not keeping that duck staying on the asteroid. I'm not taking it with me on that ship.
Well, I thought you said you put it in the mess hall.
Yeah, no, but I'm leaving on the asteroid mess hall. I'm not leaving it on the ship.
There isn't really... Okay, well, it's fine.
It's somewhere on the asteroid.
All right. Are you intentionally hiding it?
No, I'm just leaving it somewhere.
All right.
After we'll tell the dwarf it's a bad luck charm.
You could put it onto the lake in lieu of a rubber duck.
Oh yeah, I'll probably just throw it in the lake, see if it floats.
I mean, it's wood, but it doesn't float as well as a rubber duck would. Not that any of you know what a rubber duck is.
If someone wants it, it's at the bottom of the lake now.
The duck is a witch. Sorry.
Wouldn't the duck float if it was put in the lake?
Lafdul, next time you head to the mess hall on the Blade, you do see the duck sitting on the table, basically where you normally sit to eat.
I'm infuriated. I'm gonna burn the duck.
Lafdul, are you feeling okay? It's just a wooden duck.
No,
he has a
I
problem
am
with he has
actively
a problem
burning
with
this
birds. You know, he has a real problem with birds. Ever since that encounter with the crows, he got all weird about birds.
Is that duck magical? Seems to be following you around.
Would you know? I wouldn't have shared this. Lafdul's a little bit superstitious, even though he's a religious person. He's just
wouldn't have
burning
said it. Okay.
No, I wouldn't have said anything. I would have told Leva.
Why are you burning the duck?
You told Leva. All right.
Yeah, I would have told Leva because it was her duck originally.
Such a pretty looking wooden duck, Lafdul. You shouldn't
No.
burn it.
It's a really crude duck.
It was done in an emergency.
Too much enjoyment out of this.
And Leva has absolutely no skill at wood carving whatsoever. So her lack of skill is what was used by the spell that created it.
Well, that's what makes a masterpiece, you know. It's the lack of skill.
Lafdul, if
anyway, she looks totally innocent whenever Lafdul comes to her with news about the duck. She has no idea what's happening.
Lafdul, if you're upset that the duck doesn't look quite duck-like, why don't you let Braxon fix it up?
I don't think Braxon has the skill either.
Lafdul's just giving it a
Braxon has carpentry.
That's not wood carving. That's not artistic ability.
Well, it's the closest thing we have.
Sinrae's just assuming. Sorry.
Sinrae casts detect magic on it, and she says, "Oh, I do detect magic." What sort of magic does she detect?
Hold on a second. I need to roll for a wild search.
It turns into a hydra.
Incinerate Lafdul. Lafdul's not going to be happy with me.
Sinrae is just assuming since Braxon can work with wood he can carve, right?
He can carve. He's just not good at it. I mean,
yeah. I know, but she's just making the assumption. She's like, he works. He does manual labor stuff. Obviously, he can carve a duck.
Was there a wild search?
There was not. I'm PMing you, or sending you a message on Roll20.
Okay.
There you go. So you can share that information if you want.
I'd say it is illusion magic.
Illusion magic.
So, if it's not a duck, what is it?
It's a wooden rabbit.
I'm going to find out when I burn it, unless you want it.
Rabbit.
I mean, someone could save this wooden duck from being burned from Lafdul if they want to do something.
No, Lafdul's burning unless someone's objected. I think I've only told Leva, so it's up to Leva, really.
I'd be all in favor.
You would not be able to burn this below decks. Like, you have to burn it above deck.
Sinrae is going to save the poor
There's going to be an
duck.
Unfortunate accident in the kitchen.
Where
the duck is now being used as fuel.
How are you saving the duck?
She's going to snatch it from his hands before he can throw it in.
I'm going to actively dodge and still throw it in.
Okay, dexterity checks from each of you, please.
Everybody?
No, each of them. Just the two of them. The rest of you aren't really involved.
Solas isn't actually in the room.
Wow! Lafdul just can't even hold it.
Yeah, Lafdul, you slipped on something. Maybe there was a tool left out from Braxon's repairs, and you trying to dodge Sinrae trying to grab the wooden duck from you. You step on it and you know your foot moves in a way that you weren't expecting. You go crashing down, and Sinrae manages to pull the duck from your grasp.
Poor little
That's a
wooden
sign.
duck.
That's a sign. You should not do anything to the duck, Lafdul.
Poor little wooden duck.
It's actually kind of an ugly wooden duck, you know.
It's still.
Very.
Ugly duckling.
I'm not sure she's actually seen a duck. So.
Well, it's a bird. It has a head and it has wings, and
For all she knows, ducks look like this.
So what you're saying is, if we could take it to an actual woodcarver, they could turn it into a swan?
Lafdul has a cunning idea he's going to employ tomorrow.
Okay.
Sinrae is going to put the duck in the cabin she's been given.
Alrighty.
It might just teleport back to me, so...
So
Seems
you
to be having that
the
habit.
ship
Maybe.
the ship arrives at Brawl. You pay the requisite fees. I will get with Higgimus afterwards and have him note that. And you guys can go your ways. Do what you need to do, what you want to do.
Okay.
I want the duck
Sinrae-
to-
I know
want
there's a number of
to,
things that people wanted to do. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ockar, you first.
Okay, I have a couple things I want to do. First, I want to go to our mage, one of those mages that we go to get things identified,
Mhm.
and have them do legend lore on the box and cards.
Oh, wait, does... If you
Yeah.
ask Sinrae if she knows, because she's... Well, we don't know that she's a bard, maybe.
Oh yeah, I'll start with Sinrae's bardic.
Yes, because that was what Sinrae was going to look at all the items too.
But she wasn't here, so...
Yeah, I'll let her do her
Wasn't,
bardic
but
stuff
was.
on it first, and then I'm going to go take it to get legend lore if she can't figure it out.
Okay. Do you want to look at all the items then, Sinrae?
Yes, she's going to call them.
All right. The first item that you look at is one of the wands that Mother Weir had, and going by the description of, because she did actually use it, tried to use it. You believe that is a wand designed to invoke fear. You've heard stories of it, you know, like of devices like that in stories, and it seems to match the description, even though it didn't actually work on anyone.
Yeah, I know the command word. Electransfer.
Yeah, and if she used the command word and Sinrae could hear it, she would have made a point to memorize it.
I think you were on the other side of a wall, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Lafdul's the only one next to it. I would share the command word. I don't have a problem with other people knowing it.
You don't know anything about the other wand that she had. However, that dagger, you have heard stories of daggers like that. And since both Lafdul and Braxon had some unfortunate effects from it, you believe that that is a dagger that actually has a bound undead shadow in it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And you have not heard of these being used by anyone other than horrendously evil people.
You said unbound?
A bound.
Okay.
I said a bound
that's-
undead
Oh.
shadow.
Ah.
What was...
So you're saying we should get it destroyed?
Hang on.
I'm not saying anything.
I
of the
vote for
sort.
that.
What if negative plane protection was cast on myself and then I tried to use it?
You can try it.
Yeah, I'd try it.
It's gonna be hard for you
Doesn't
to
the
make
negative
real good
plane
use of that.
protection only protect you basically from one attack?
The
Well, we'll
thing you have to,
see if it does or doesn't.
the thing you have to ask yourself is, does Lafdul have horrendously evil as his alignment?
Depends who's annoyed me on the following week. And Sinrae's definitely in there at the moment.
All right. Well, Sinrae is going to be looking at the items first, so. You can't think of anything story-related that you've heard that matches what the other items that Mother Weir had.
Does that include the cards?
Yep. Okay. None of the other items match anything from your repertoire of stories either.
Okay.
Out
She's
of
going to relay that
curiosity.
to everybody else.
Okay, then I will go and take.
Hold on. Out of curiosity, what was that, Lafdul?
Don't worry, I can ask her when it goes over to my turn.
Okay.
It is off topic, so to speak.
Braxon might show Sinrae the Orcish warhammer that he's looking after, that he doesn't officially own
Yeah,
yet.
that's what Laughter was going to do, show items, but one I was going to do it when it went
Yeah,
round
you
to
can
me.
do it when you have things that you want to do, if Sinrae is willing.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so
I-
Ockar, you're gonna take that the deck.
in the box.
Well, the deck, it's a box for the deck,
Right, I'm gonna take it
so it's functioning the same.
to our wizard friend who does legend lore stuff for us.
He's making a fortune off of us.
Yes.
Okay. I need to pull up the cost for Legend Lore again. Give me a second.
It was like 1,000.
1,000. You were charging us 1,000.
I think so, but I need to double check because I'm pretty sure I was using the numbers from the book. Give me a second.
No, you can tell us it's cheaper, like Stoneskin.
Hopefully not more expensive.
No, because that would put it at the same price as Identify. That wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, 1,000. All right, so you're willing to pay
Okay.
1,000?
Yep.
Okay. He casts the spell and begins examining the deck of cards in the box that it came in. And as he does so, he feels compelled to draw one of the cards.
Does he draw it?
Yep. Hold on. I need to get the list of things out. There's a lot of cards in the deck. There's like 70 cards in the deck.
Because it's like a tarot deck.
Yeah. And so you get a look at the card. He's drawn, and it has a hand grasping an upright sword, kind of issuing forth from a cloud at the bottom of the card. And the sword is above the sword is a crown, and hanging from that crown are branches of olive and laurel. And he looks at the card for a moment and then shrugs and puts it back in and says, this is actually very strange. The deck does not appear to have a history. If I had to guess, I would say that this is fairly new.
But it has apparently really strong magic.
Well, legend lore only gives histories, and if it doesn't have a history...
How much is Identify? Or is there like an improved Identify?
Yeah, I mean, you had that
Yeah,
done before, but he tells you... unfortunately, I'm completely drained by this, the casting of the spell. And given this, I don't know that spell would work on this. It's entirely possible that the deck has a history. I mean, it's likely you got it from someplace.
We got it from a fortune teller that was working for a demon.
I'm please leave. Take your cards and leave.
What should I do with them?
That's entirely up to you. Just please leave. I want nothing to do with anything from the infernal realms.
Oh, okay. Then I'll leave.
As you leave the chamber that he was using, he like slams the door.
Oh dear.
Well, I guess it's time to take this to my church and have it destroyed.
And the party might object to that.
Give me a GM roll saving throw versus spell, please.
Fail.
Okay, now I'm going to whisper you something.
You draw a card. Probably. I wonder if me and Lever have an affinity for this item, because we have control over random elements.
Well, for now, I should go on to the other thing I wanted to do.
Okay.
Are there any... I wanted to talk to some sailors. Is there, like, any pub that those tend to hang around the most?
There's quite a few. It depends a little bit on the types of sailors that you want to speak to, but the Rock Rat tends to be one of the more rowdy ones.
I'm kind of looking for ones that tend to travel outside of Brawl Space.
There really isn't one specific for that. It's more along the lines of, kind of how rowdy they are. The Rock Rat is a number 96 on the map.
Then I guess I'll head to the Rock Rat.
Okay. So that is this one up here.
I figure that's the best place to get information about pirates.
Okay. So you head to the Rock Rat, and it's not a tavern that you've been in before. You've heard its reputation, and it is kind of more of a seedy tavern than you would normally prefer to visit on your own. As you enter it, let me just get some of these icons out of here for a second. You enter it, and you're greeted by an ogre. And you've heard of this ogre. His name is Grinder, and he stands before you and says, "No weapons allowed in. Hand them over, and you can get them back on your way out."
Fine, I'll hand over my sword because I imagine that's the only one I took on the brawl with me.
Okay. No other weapons? No daggers, nothing like that?
Left them on the ship, big guy.
All right, in you go. He puts the sword in a secure room right off the entrance.
Okay. And I'm gonna head in.
All right. It's basically as you expected, a loud, rowdy tavern. Sailors are definitely drinking heavily. You'd guess that a significant number of them have probably just gotten in from a trip kind of thing, so they've probably just gotten their pay and everything like that. First time off a ship for weeks or maybe even months, and just generally having a good time, being very loud. There's couple men in the corner playing some instruments, but they're, upbeat, jaunty, drinking songs. Music of that nature. Mostly being ignored.
Okay. I'm gonna try to mingle in with the crowd, buy a few drinks for people. get them to like me before I ask them ask a couple questions.
All right. I assume you're not wearing your armor.
No, I'm in casual clothing.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What's your charisma adjustment?
Let's see. I have 17 charisma, so reaction adjustment is +6.
Okay. So you start applying some of them with alcohol, and you find a couple who tell you they just get in off a ship from Great Space, just carrying a cargo that they don't really know what it was, or maybe they said, but it was really slurry. You're not really sure, but they're clearly deep into their cups already, but they're pretty cheery. And after a couple drinks, are you actually drinking, or are you pretending to drink?
I'm gonna drink a bit.
Okay.
What would good Norseman turns down a drink?
Well, I mean, it depends on how much you want to keep your wits about you, that kind of thing. But pretty quickly they kind of take a liking to you and slapping you on the back, calling for more ale and stuff like that.
Okay. So have you ever run any pirates out there while you've been on your trips?
One of them says, "Oh, I was on a ship about a year ago. I saw the Barracuda. We got lucky and Captain threw some of the cargo over the deck. And the Barracuda took that rather than left us alone. We got out of there pretty quick. Captain was wise in hiring a pretty powerful wizard on the helm, so we managed to outdistance him after leaving that cargo. But oh man, especially some of the greenhorns, they were they were definitely soiling themselves when we saw the Barracuda."
I can imagine. I've had a few dealings with pirates as well in my travels.
You have heard of the Barracuda. The Barracuda is one of the more famous pirates in Brawl Space at this time.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some information on a specific pirate, one that ran away from Brawl a few years ago.
Running from the law, eh? Hey, who is it? Maybe I heard of him.
He's a Norseman named Njord. He's a relative of sorts.
Do you know what ship he's on? Out of character.
He escaped on by stowing away on a hammerhead.
So you don't know what ship he's currently flying. I mean,
I think through Arker's own investigations before joining the party, he would know that he's currently on a shit. I don't know the most common pirate vessels.
There really isn't a most common pirate vessel, but I guess what I should say is, would he be a captain? Like, are you anticipating?
Yeah,
that
I
he's a
think
captain?
he would be a captain.
All right, and you think that you would have discovered which ship it is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll work that out. We'll work that out in between sessions. But so you relay that information, and the sailor kind of scratches his chin and says, No, I ain't heard no word of that ship. Here though, there's an old sea hand over there. He calls over to a man who's you'd guess is in his 50s. He's got a patch on over one eye, and he's missing half of his fingers. calls him over, and the guy comes over, takes a seat. Are you gonna buy him a drink?
I'll buy him a drink, whatever whatever drink he wants at the moment.
All right. Oh yeah, I'll take an ale. Thank you kindly.
No problem.
The sailor that called him over kind of relays what you've said, and the older sea hand says, yeah, that one's a newer one. I think I heard of him. Was 2 years ago now. Does that fit in with your time frame?
He ran away 6 years ago, so
Okay,
I imagine
so yeah, 2 years
he probably only got famous 2 years ago.
Okay, 2 years ago would be good. Let's see. I think I heard of him over in Crinspace. Yeah. Don't know if he's still there, but knew a fellow who was on a ship that was attacked. Barely made it out alive after they gave up their cargo. Like I said, don't know if he's still over there. If I see the fella around, I could direct him your way if you want.
That'd probably be a good idea. It's still a helpful information that the pirates been working at Crinspace. I could go and check that out myself sometime.
Oh, I might wanna look up some ships coming in from Crinspace over the next few weeks. See if anyone they're more recent has heard of him.
I'll do that.
And thank you for the ale. Much appreciated.
I'll nod.
You think that's probably about all the information that you're gonna get out right now?
I'll probably follow his advice and check out ships coming from Crinspace.
Okay.
But that's after I finish having a few drinks and head back.
Okay. So basically over the next couple days on Brawl, you'll be checking ships coming in, seeing if any of them are coming from Crinspace.
Yeah.
Okay. I will have to think about potential information that they may have. All right. So who is next? Who wants to do something next?
Well, we're all going at once.
Braxon? All right, Braxon, do you have anything?
Well, let's see. Well, Braxton's going to want to see if anything interesting has happened while we were away first. So he probably would have gone with Higgimus if Higgimus had gone to his office.
Yeah. Not much has gone on that really piques your interest, or Higgimus's for that matter. It's only been a little bit over a week, so
yeah,
not all that much.
All right, I think Braxton would also want to check in with the Shipwrights Guild.
Okay.
And see if there's any interesting news.
Not really.
Okay. See if any special supplies have come in.
I mean, it's only been a week, so...
Yeah. Seems like more than a week.
Well, it may have been more like 9 or 10 days, but I'd have to go back.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking because of the time it's been playing.
But yeah, it's just the usual stuff. Nothing major going on. So far as you're aware, nothing has changed from last time. So.
Yeah. Braxton might go have a look around the lower market and see if there's some things you might pick up for the rock hoppers at some point.
Okay. Well, you'll have to tell me what you want.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Leva, did you have anything that you wanted to do?
I sent you a message.
Where?
In Discord.
Discord? Oh, okay. You're gonna. All right. You can just roll to do that. I assume you're just gonna trade some of what you already have. Give access
What
to.
do you mean trade?
Well, I mean, do you have this spell in one of the books?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. In that case, you can just roll.
And she lost, or did she? No, she didn't.
No, you have a pretty high chance. Then roll for the number of pages.
Got it.
Yep.
And the number of pages is. Let me see. Oh. That's level 5, so it's 4.
Level 5 spell.
Nice.
Ambitious.
I love it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else that you wanted to do?
Well, she wants to get tea again with what's her name?
Mayobaba.
Not Mayobaba.
All right. Anything normal that you're purchasing, you can just deduct the cost.
Yeah, I need to replace my free uses.
Unless there's specifically some role-playing thing that you want to do where, like, you had specific questions for someone like Mayobaba or another NPC. Then you could just PM me and say I'm doing this and deduct the costs from your
that's what I've been
funds.
Doing. I'm replacing my spell components and various stuff.
Yes.
Sinrae does not have to use that formula right now because she didn't actually cast anything. So, but everyone else does need to use the formula for replacing spell components.
I remember the other thing Braxon wanted to do.
All right, what was that?
Borrow that special ring. I think someone's sneezing. Borrow that special ring and take it to the Church of Ptah.
The special ring.
The one with the ankh on it.
Oh, okay.
In case it's a holy relic.
All right. All right. So you take it to the Church of Ptah. I will point out that, like, you guys haven't cast Identify on any of these things yet.
Yeah, we should do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I can wait for that. Then.
You could probably also get me the Legend Lore things first.
So I mean, well, you did the new stuff. Old stuff that can wait for a little bit. But I just kind of wanted to point out that you're doing these things with items that
I was wondering
you haven't done the basic stuff on.
I can wait then.
It's my fault, Alt. I wasn't here to direct everybody.
I don't think it's anyone's fault.
Well, if he wants to be the scapegoat, he can be.
And I mean, you can still take it if you want and see what people have to say. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right. He'll take it and show it to them. See if they've heard anything about it.
They look it over and tell you that it doesn't sound familiar, but they'd be more than happy to accept it as a donation if you wish to donate it.
No, it's not mine to donate, but I was just wondering if it was an artifact of the church. So it looks like one of those symbols I've seen when people have been talking about Ptah.
They tell you that it's not one that they've heard of, but the church is very, very big, and it certainly could be a holy relic from a distant crystal sphere, and they'd be more than happy to accept it as a donation.
Okay. Well, if I ever need to make a donation, I'll consider donating this if it ever becomes mine.
Okay, they return it to you.
Disappointed that they didn't get donation.
All right. So you guys wanna do some identification on the items then?
Might as well. Then.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
that's
sorry,
a
I don't
good
know where
idea.
we're at with what's going on right now. So
Yeah.
Just kind of doing personal stuff, having gotten back to Brawl.
okay, back to Brawl.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would suggest for us to do identifying on those items
Okay.
that we retrieved. If Leva's up to it.
Sinrae did use her ability and was able to determine some elements of 2 of the items.
Oh.
Yeah. Someone can PM you and fill you in.
I have it written down.
Okay, just PM him and let him know then. All right. So Leva, are you willing to?
Yes.
Okay. Let's roll for a level variation.
Then do you want me to go through the items?
Yeah, you can start out.
Okay. Did we look over everything to see?
Sinrae
did we
did.
find all the magical things? Sinrae?
Yeah.
Okay, so we know what's magical, what's not.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, detect magic was cast last session.
Well, I mean, like sometimes detect magic doesn't detect it.
So what are we starting with?
Well, I mean, if it didn't detect, then you generally won't know until something triggers it or you try to use it. So.
Yeah, that's what I was getting.
Ockar, will you put in your deck?
Yeah, I'll have the deck be. I'll let the deck be identified.
Will you tell us about the story behind what you just try to do with the deck, or will you let us go into it totally innocent and naively?
I'll tell them what happened when I went to the wizard.
Okay.
You might need to add that duck to the sheet, Higgimus. I think it's got magic on it.
I don't think so, but maybe. I don't know. Did somebody detect it from magic? Higgimus sure can't tell.
Anyway, that duck is now in a cupboard with Sinrae, isn't it?
It's on a little shelf in her room.
A little shelf. It's quite a large item.
I mean, it's on a shelf.
All right. So what item do you want to start with identifying?
Okay, let's start from the top of my list here. Glass vial with purple fluid.
Okay. All right. Identify reveals that is a potion of ventriloquism.
So you drink it and then can talk with puppets?
You drink it and you can throw your voice.
Nice, that sounds
All right.
I'd have to double check
next.
it, but I think it just basically matches a ventriloquism spell.
Okay. Next I have listed as magical is a magic cudgel.
Okay. All right. Identify reveals that that has no special enchantments beyond a combat benefit, combat bonus. Cudgels do count as clubs, so anyone... first of all, everyone has familiarity with clubs, and anyone with club proficiency can use it.
Oh, okay.
But this isn't just it's not just a branch that's been ripped off and is being used to bludgeon people. This is a created weapon, like carved and polished and everything like that.
I see. Okay. Next I have a silver ring with a polished carnelian stone shaped in the on.
Okay, give me just a second. Identify is unable to reveal any information about that.
Oh. I don't know why this. I'm still having computer issues. It looks like.
Maybe one of your hard drives is dying, like all of mine are.
No. Halfway through typing, it switches to caps.
Huh.
Yeah, it's weird.
Auto shout mode.
Magic scabbard for a short sword made of red leather and polished cornelian stones. Am I saying that right?
Carnelian? Yeah. All right. Identify reveals that this scabbard is designed to quicken the rate of wound closure.
Very useful.
Well, it's not like Lafdul needs that. He's already got the Ring of Regeneration.
Yeah.
Give it to somebody else.
I probably don't need that in that case.
That's a scabbard for what weapon?
Short sword.
Short.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does anybody here use short swords?
I can.
No, it's just me and Sinrae.
You and Sinrae.
Yeah, Sinrae, if you want to take it.
Sure.
I mean, you don't have any magical melee, so.
Well,
it
it's
wasn't
just a scabbard, so.
Yeah. No, but
Alright,
it helps with wound closure, so.
Yeah, that might be nice. A magic robe. I don't have any details on what it looks like or anything.
That one looks like it's a multicolored Aparusa robe. All right, that one. Oops. Don't go on the floor, die, please. Identify reveals that it has multiple abilities. It grants decent protection when worn. It allows the user to resist magic.
Someone cast Detect Evil on it?
And also, it enhances certain spells, and that's when the Identify spell runs out.
Oh.
I think it's for an evil alignment now.
How would you know?
He's using out-of-game knowledge.
Yeah.
So what would happen if, let's say, Leo would try it on?
You'd have to try it on to find out.
Good luck. That's all I'm going to say.
Enhances
Leo
what?
tries it on.
Enhances certain spells when cast by the wearer.
Well, maybe we should finish doing more identifies before you put it on.
Says the guy who wants to destroy the tarot cards before consulting the party.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I don't want to destroy the tarot cards.
Thanks for whoever's fixing that. I appreciate it.
That's me.
I want to destroy them. That's crazy.
All right. 1 foot long, black wood shaft, purple.
You'll have to cast another Identify spell.
Yeah, Leo.
Yeah.
So
Let's do that.
All right.
If possible.
Okay.
Isn't this like another 8 hours later down the line every time there's a new
it's fine.
Identify?
Don't worry about it.
So it's like multiple days that pass.
Yeah, but I mean, you also had 2 days back, a day at your asteroid, so I'm fine with this having been done at that point. So this is the thing that Sinrae looked at, and the Identify confirms that it is a wand that creates fear when used on creatures.
Oh.
Oh, wand of fear.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know the command word for it.
Next item.
Oh my god, his keyboard.
Because the next item will be the next wand. At least.
All right.
Another wand.
Go ahead. Sorry, Leva.
No, just you go ahead. It's I just heard you curse at your keyboard and thought maybe you're busy.
All right. Next one is a wand made of dogwood with an agate spear and a claw.
Okay. Identify reveals that that wand has the ability to change a creature's form.
Oh.
Oh, so it's like a polymorph.
Is it powerful magic or?
Also,
can
hold on a
you-
second. The identify reveals that both of those wands have very few charges remaining.
Hmm.
And as for your question, to clarify, identify revealed what it revealed.
Hmm.
Small dagger with black hilt, with faceted black gem and pearl and pommel. Black blade.
That dagger, the identify spell reveals that confirms what Sinrae discovered. That does indeed have the spirit of a shadow bound within it, which essentially allows an attack with the blade to act like the touch of a shadow.
Right. Can Braxon touch that weapon without getting zapped by it?
I mean, you touched it before.
Yeah, but he
It's
took
when-
damage.
And Leva has to touch items in order to identify them.
It's when you use it in combat you get drained if you're not the alignment. I would
Right.
like, if there's downtime, so to speak, I would have used a few spells to experiment, to see if we can work around it.
You will have to tell me what spells you want to do, but we'll wait until we're done identifying.
Yeah.
All right. It didn't get anything else besides that.
Yes, you did.
Okay, cool.
There were two magical throwing daggers.
2 magical throwing daggers. Okay.
Braxon might add some throwing daggers as well.
Those are just listed in daggers. They weren't listed as magical, but
Okay. I'm pretty sure I told you that they were magical afterwards, so don't worry about it.
more.
The spell reveals that they have the same sort of enchantment, and they are designed for improved accuracy when throwing.
Oh.
That's good.
Similar to mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does sound similar.
I guess the other
And-
fighter wants them.
Yeah, you did tell us that they're magical. I wrote that down.
And then, of
Okay,
course, there
cool.
is the deck. Deck of cards.
Yeah.
If you can get the deck of cards off of Ockar.
I'm letting her look. I'm thinking identifies is okay.
So you
Uh,
told us what you were told,
Yeah.
and you told us that the guy essentially told you to get out of his place and lock the door behind you.
Yeah.
He said, "Get off my lawn."
Well, he did did
my
tell
land.
it after Ockar told him that he got these cards from
The
devil
1,000 gold
worshipper.
wasted, pretty much.
He was ousted from the mage's
Oh.
room.
I mean,
mentioned the
if you
devil
learn
worshiper?
something, is it really wasted?
As Leva is prepared to wear the robe to find out what the effects are and whether she can actually wear something
Well, wait.
like
Did
that.
you do
she's
the
quite-
identify on the deck?
She's prepared to cast an identify on the deck, to identify the deck.
Okay.
I'm
so
just waiting for the.
you examine the deck with the identify. Did you see my message to you, Leva?
Not yet, just a sec.
And this is when we start playing a different game.
When we all get sucked into Ravenloft or something.
Oh dear. I mean, it would be just in time for Halloween.
What happens when people equip item? Oh, actually, never mind. Yeah, I just realised. Yeah, the math. It's kind of.
The rest of us will never know the end of that sentence.
Probably for the best.
Give me just a moment.
Identify spell run out mid identifying that magic robe, or did she get to identify it completely?
It's slow.
Okay. She identified the other stuff completely.
Okay.
And give me a second. All right, Leva. While you are identifying it, you draw one of the cards.
Okay.
Is she able to choose anything? Does being a wild mage play into it?
Would there be a wild search?
She would have to actually try to do so.
It's more of a conscious thing.
Those of you who are there, see her draw a card. On the card is the figures of a man and a woman, and there's some sort of kind of winged ethereal being behind and above them. And behind each of the man and the woman, there is a different tree. They're blossoming with, spring blossoms and everything like that. The man is looking at the woman, but the woman is looking at the ethereal winged creature above them.
Braxon says, "Should you be doing that? I thought you were supposed to be identifying it."
I was. I drew a card. How deliberate was this drawing of a card? Or did it just
It
quite
felt
happen?
instinctual.
It's subconscious, probably.
Does Leva know what this card means?
Nope.
Does anyone know what this card could mean?
I don't believe anyone has the fortune-telling proficiency.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, that's like Sinrae, so you get.
He just
A little late now. So no, you just draw the card and then you put it away.
Oh, okay.
Braxton has a look at it before she puts it away.
I read it out to you.
Yeah. Doesn't mean much.
How does the actual identify go?
The identify, you start to get like a jumble of things that comes too quickly for you to actually differentiate between them, and then the spell ends.
I passed that on. It's lots and lots of many things. Lots of things.
And it was too much of a jumble for you to pull out any one thing,
Yeah.
any one element.
Did anything happen when you took that card out?
Not that I'm aware of. Did anything change around me? Does Leva feel
Not
different?
exactly, although. So who would basically everyone be here?
Mm-hmm. Nothing's always interested.
Yeah, we always gather around when we're doing this, just
So
in
she can
case the wild
fireball us
search
all
goes
stuff.
off.
Yes.
And all the items with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Braxton's going to look down to make sure Lever didn't make his clothes vanish.
Your clothes are still there.
So
See, I wish I
get
had.
anything out of the deck.
Hold on a second.
See, I'm sad that I don't have access to Major Thought. I'd cast there, not there on your clothes. Oh no, that's a mage spell. Oh, damn it.
That's a wild mage spell.
Yeah.
Realize it.
Why do you should be doing this, Lever?
I might someday.
Did it on my backpack.
I might do it on you, actually.
So, you guys kind of like look around, wondering whether anything has happened, and it was kind of odd that Leva would draw the card, and you know, she indicates that she, you know, like it's pretty clear that it was just a thoughtless action, just kind of did it, and you realize that Leva seems to have a greater presence, and appears to be more attractive.
Ooh.
I sent you a message, Leva.
No.
I saw. Thank you.
Oh no.
Yeah, Lever's constantly falling in love with something.
Why are you looking at me like this?
You've changed. You sort of look more. Instead of just being, you look,
What?
How
He
poetic.
looks prettier.
Higgimus, this deck is weirding me out. What do we do?
Hold off on it.
Seems like a lot of fun, actually.
No.
Oh, now the fact that you have objected has got me interested.
You should be careful with a deck like
Alright.
this.
What,
It
like
is,
my scroll that allows me
It is
to.
something that I would be interested in finding out what it does actually.
Well, I tried to get it Legend Lord, but it's too new. It has no legend.
Maybe we should.
Or it's.
You can always do slow research on it.
What exactly did the gentleman say about it, Ockar?
He said that it apparently was created recently. There wasn't anything Legend Lord could get out of it, and Identify, he said, probably wouldn't do much either. And then he kicked me out.
Why did he kick you out?
Because I mentioned how we obtained it.
That's just a standard reaction, to be fair.
Yeah.
So just prejudice showing.
Lever, try putting. Lafdul mentions this. Lever, try putting the deck inside your bag of holding.
Okay.
Wait, her bag of holding, don't we want to put in the bag transformation?
No,
Why?
in her bag of holding. Just do it.
Why?
I thought the bag of
What do you think will
transformation
happen?
I'm not stating a reason. I'm just saying. I'm suggesting.
Didn't we have problems with putting magical items into magical items? I don't want to destroy my bag of holding.
It's not that kind of magic, is it?
It's perfectly normal to put magic items into a.
Yeah,
bag of
it's
holding.
not another bag of holding. It's not another X-dimensional.
Okay.
Is that like
Oh,
opening a
As
portal?
far as you know.
Wait. Did any of us use detect magic? Did we get the number sphere off of it? We probably would have from the two.
It was too powerful to detect the magic from.
No priests detected magic, and Leva got indeterminate.
Alright, I will cast detect magic on it.
Okay.
It's done for on D4, right?
This is where I find its sphere of numbers. It's like, nope, not going in the bag.
And then Lafdul draw the card.
So you have cast detect magic. Are you gonna look over the other items as well, just for the heck of it too?
Suppose, yeah. Since we're doing identifications and stuff.
All right. So the deck itself, it's indeterminable, overwhelming magic coming from that thing. Yeah, I know. Weird how you get the exact same reading that she does. Real fast. The dagger has sphere of necromantic. The first wand has charm. That's the wand of fear.
Fair one. Yeah.
Animal for the other one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, suppose.
The robe has protection and charm.
For 60%, I'm getting a lot of them. Jinxed.
Yeah, you really are. I keep rolling in the tens. Although this one was a 1, literally. Combat for the daggers, the 2 daggers. Charm for the potion of ventriloquism. You don't know for the cudgel. And necromantic for the ring. The ring with the ankh. Oh, also the scabbard has healing.
The ankh is clearly the symbol of the Avatar.
Damn it, the Avatar has shown up.
Oh.
Hide your gold.
And just to make sure all the other stuff didn't show up as magical.
Level looks around and asks people, does anyone else want to try the robe that we have here?
Robe? No, actually, now would probably be a good chance for you to check it out.
No, I think Higgimus would look pretty in a nice frock.
You think so? I can just imagine.
Sinrae looks skeptical.
Is it multicolored on the outside?
Yes, it is multicolored on the outside. The inside is black with arcane symbols.
Oh, looks nice.
So Levi's going to try the robe.
All right.
Take off the robe first.
Is it a coat of many colours?
All right, give me just a second. See if there's anything that happens when you do that.
Oh, I think Lever and Solas might end up arm wrestling over this coat.
I think Lever might actually win. In the rare opportunity that Lever's actually stronger than someone.
Yep.
What is your strength level? Like 8?
That would be very surprising.
Because he's a 6.
Yeah, so that's got nothing to do with his strengths.
So Leva, you put the robe on.
Nice knowing you.
And as you do so, intense, excruciating pain rocks your body.
Whoa, let's take it off again.
Before you can do so, you suffer 37 points of damage.
Oh my god. Wouldn't that kill her?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably killed her.
Yes.
Oh shit.
What's her max HP?
19.
Oh.
So
yeah,
she dons the robe, and you see her just scream a scream you've never heard from her before. It is a scream of intense pain. She collapses to the ground, writhing, screaming all the while. People are, like, was this done on your ship?
Yeah, who's got a healing potion?
Yeah, we would do it on our ship.
Okay, so crew members are running to see what this intense banshee
Braxon,
wailing is like, is being caused by.
Chuck a healing potion down her throat.
I mean, I have spells, but I don't think God's gonna.
You really can't force.
She
a potion
took
down
so
someone's
much damage.
throat.
Could I use Cure Light Wounds? I guess. Attempt.
You can attempt?
If I can, I will cast Cure Moderate Wounds.
Yeah, both the
But
priests
that's
are. We're in the same room. We see her in agony. We're gonna.
Brax is gonna.
I'm gonna try to lay on hands before she dies.
So I'm at -18.
Yank off the rope.
All right.
So let us try to save her with our magic spells.
Oh.
Well, my lay on hands is 16, so
Yeah, I know. It's like Lafdul's contribution to Leva's well-being there.
Unfortunately, none of those seem to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's lying there limp on the ground, lifeless.
Oh my god.
So, and he was the first. He was the only one who could do anything.
No, you
oh.
all did. You all tried.
Oh crap! I just thought.
Well, shit.
Lafdul, your ring doesn't work past.
Yeah, no, the thought did cross my mind, but she would have to be wearing it before she donned the robe, and I only realised afterwards.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to go.
And plus, we don't know the ring does that, so that's
We're gonna have to go to a cleric.
I could have tried to. I was trying to see if it actually, if I remember it right. The ointment I have, I can just rub it on her body instead of.
Yeah, no, you don't. I mean, you can rub it on a wound.
So let's take this robe off of her and let's get her to a cleric.
Yeah.
She'll have to be resurrected again. It's going to cost an arm and a leg. She's our friend, so.
For a penny,
wanna
in for a
go-
pound.
I think we should burn that robe.
I would.
Well,
I
we-
would recommend the cleric. I would recommend the Church of Odin, but they don't do resurrections.
All right, I will get
Well,
the
we can
robe
go
off
to
of her
the cell.
and
Church
Take
of Seer
her
could probably
to-
do it.
Out of.
I'll take her to the elves again. See. if
Wait.
there's
We
something
already
can do.
owe the elves enough favors. Let's go to
Yeah, but
another
it's
church.
better.
But she's an elf, and she will
Have
it's
to be
in the
resurrected.
process. Yeah.
Yeah, resurrection is.
The human god could still do the resurrection.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what I do, old.
Wait, before this, there's no more maligned temples on Brawlers there.
There is a
Oh,
Temple of Bane.
We're not taking her to the Temple of Bane.
Of course, Lafdul, you know that Bane is dead.
Hmm. No, I was
No one else
thinking
will
that
probably
robe could be traded for a resurrection.
Yeah, that would be something
Yeah,
that Solas and Ockar would really be in for.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So Solas is already.
It's
preparing
fine,
to-
it's fine, destroy it if you want to destroy it, but
Yeah.
well, it did kill our friend, so I suppose it's moral obligation to
Yeah,
destroy it.
I'm gonna take it to the Temple of Tyr to get destroyed.
I mean, unless you know
hold on,
somebody
let's
that
take
can
it
give
with
us
us
a
too.
good price.
Yeah, like
Let's-
you probably want to focus on Leva before you deal with
Yeah.
the item.
Yeah.
The robe.
Yeah.
All right, so
let's take the we'll take the robe with us too.
okay.
Not handle it with gloves.
So what? Well, I mean, you guys handled it before.
Lafdul
yeah,
will.
we're gonna take Leva and the robe to the elves, and we'll let the elves destroy it.
Great. Now we're gonna
Yeah.
have the elves another favor.
Well, it's.
It's better
I
than never
will-
being dead.
I will ask I will try to ask my deity for a favor. But
Okay.
obviously, there's no guarantee. She is a friend, and I would try.
She is chaotic.
Yeah, I will pray for a day because they'll be gone like a day.
I will pray for her safe resurrection.
So, Lafdul,
Oh no, really?
you hear kind of a voice in your head
Oh.
that, and you recognize it instantaneously as not necessarily coming from your deity, but coming from his realm. That he could do something. And I genuinely rolled this.
What? You rolled a 1?
Rolled a 3, which is close enough.
Oh.
However, so I'm going to step back for a second, and because this is going to come down to a decision on Leva's part. So what you receive from your deity is kind of a query. He can do it. He can intervene, but she will not be what she was before. Leva, that means that you would be getting a reincarnation as opposed to a resurrection.
What's that?
That means you'd
You
come
might
back
not be
as a random race.
He
You'd
comes
still be
back as
you.
a Tinker Gnome.
You'd still be you, but if you came back as a race that couldn't be a wizard, you wouldn't be able to be a wizard. Anyway.
Is it cheaper to get a wish than a resurrection? No. Wish is
No.
like the most expensive spell, isn't it?
If you
Yes!
can
If
get
they're seen by
someone
the
to do
cast it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because the wish is the only thing that reverts it.
A wish could revert a reincarnation, yes. But a wish could also I mean, so I'm putting it this way because number one, yes, you've been to the elves before and they were able to help you guys, so they might be able to help you again.
I know of reincarnation. Could I attempt
ask
to barter for a better odd?
Can I
It's not a better odd though. It's like especially
No,
with,
but
with...
I know in the spell's description when
Whoever's
it's cast
gonna
by a priest is that they can if certain items are used, you get better odds of aiming for a certain race.
So
Basically, I'm asking if that would be amenable, acceptable. I mean, I'm asking. I mean, if it says no, it says no.
Leva, yeah, the class would stay the same if it's if it fits. Well, so let me go look at the spell description then. Hold on a second, because
The
I
special
don't remember
incenses
anything about
and-
that.
I was
But it's
gonna
also
get favored
never
odds.
come up in any of my games. Reincarnation has
I
never
was
come
not
up in any of my
expecting a
games.
miracle.
Well, I was
Lafdul,
gonna
are you trying
ask
to?
if I
This
could
is
ask
all
Tyr-
essentially happening instantaneously to him. I'm giving Leva choices on the matter because it's her character, and I don't want to do something to her character that she doesn't want done.
Well, can I be asking Tyr for anything as well?
You can, but again, this is like, 1% chance kind of thing.
I'm still gonna try it.
Yeah, I just decided to go with it because it was 3, and that's close enough. But
I'm
give me a
still
second.
gonna try it.
I need to read up on the spell first.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see it here. It goes into a new body.
Lafdul,
Yeah.
are you trying to say like a plus or minus, like to the die roll type of thing towards like something more favorable?
That's why
Is that
I'm
what you're trying to ask
reading
for?
the.
I remember reading something about that.
That's why I'm reading the spell right now.
Basically, if we were to offer something up extremely valuable, he might give us slightly better odds. I'm basically trading.
I think I have an idea why that thing killed Leva.
Oh yeah, it's a robot evil archmage. Anyone that's not of evil I want just practically takes a massive amount of damage, and it's usually death for a single class mage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a DM's option thing. So yeah, I will if there's something that you think that you could bargain with your deity on, that would
I
kind
will
of
offer
function
up
in this same
the
way.
Wand of Wonder because of its chaotic nature. And I know my deity would appreciate something like that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mm.
Have we got anything else like that?
Well, we got this magical deck.
Yeah, actually the deck.
Yeah, the deck.
Actually,
And this deck is pretty chaotic.
I go for anything that has anything that might be suitable for my deity. Basically, stuff with random elements and chaoticness.
I
It
guess
has
you're going for the deck
overwhelming
and the
power.
Rod Wonder.
Yes, I also mentioned about the deck. I go through. I list items. I guess we would know what I know. basically, I'm saying the DM gets to choose one of our items. If
you had a ring of X-ray vision.
no.
So, Alt, a
Yep.
question.
Yep.
I'm looking at the list of possible races.
You're looking at the wizard spell, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
Priest has a different list, and I'm using the list from the Complete Book of Humanoids.
The Complete Book of Humanoids.
Yeah, that's going to be more likely to be.
She's coming back as an orc.
Oh, that would be. Can orcs be mages?
The priest cannot reincarnate someone as an orc.
Okay.
I guess. Good, I guess.
How
She
about
come
an
back as a
ogre?
goblin then.
Nope.
They are ogre mages.
Yeah, but they don't use. They have natural abilities.
Ah, well, let's go for it.
You sure?
What's the worst
Really?
that can happen?
I mean, you could always like.
can
No,
always
you
reincarnate.
genuinely
Get-
end your
get
character
resurrected.
if you-
You can go to the elves and get
I
resurrected.
didn't understand you, Old. Sorry.
You can go to the elves and get resurrected rather than reincarnated if you want. Because this would indicate this probably would indicate a substantial change to your character, and you may not even be able to play your character anymore because some of these are animals. You'd be an intelligent talking animal, but you wouldn't be able to be a wizard, and you wouldn't have any classes.
Oh.
Yeah,
So,
and
other than being
it says there that if you can't be the class you were, you would return with half the hit points and saving throws of the previous incarnation.
So she could come back as a talking horse.
I'm looking at the bugbear here.
mages are one of those classes that have less applicable races that can be them.
So that's why I'm giving you the choice
Yeah.
as the player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Lafdul's going to make a bargain. Human is on the list. Elf is on the list. But you might come back as something that you either can't play or something that you'd have to choose a different class for, which would also mean that essentially your character would be recreated.
Which should be a higher level.
Why? If it's recreated, then it's recreated from scratch, I would think.
It's not quite from scratch, because I'd still be using your stat rolls as the base. But, like, you wouldn't be able to shift your stats around, so, you know, if you were reincarnated as a race that could only be a fighter or a priest or a thief, then you'd be stuck in one of those classes with, you know, your 18 intelligence.
And whatever your strength is.
Yeah. So that's why I'm giving you the option.
Nah.
Get resurrected?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
If it was less of a chance, I'd go for it because it would be, even in Leva's thing, because she likes to take.
Yeah, my
risks
deity's
like
not
that,
benevolent, so.
But looking at the possibilities, nah, she'd go for resurrection.
Okay. So, Lafdul, you would get the message from your deity that her spirit is unwilling to benefit from Erevan's gifts.
Well, obviously, Lafdul still interprets this as a miracle, and he is still vehemently grateful that he was even heard.
All right.
And he says, I hope to maintain good faith with Erevan.
You feel like you were heard. But basically all of this happened in, like, time seemed to stop for you. But all of this happened instantaneously, essentially. You know, people panicking, spells have been cast, but they've failed. now Higgimus is like, probably bellowing out, "Get her to the elves," kind of thing, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess after that, then Lafdul says he was hired by his deity, but Leva refused what Erevan was offering her.
Did I have any luck with Tyr or no?
No.
Okay.
Well, let's go try a different god. Let's go.
Don't just try a different god. That's not how it works.
Braxon,
It's
Braxon
kind
should
of
go
how Giff might see it.
Braxon
If
should
you had
go
the
back to
choice,
the
then
chest
that
of
is how it works.
So
Let's go find one that works.
Higgimus, you pick up Leva's corpse and start going to the elves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, left, I guess.
Gonna owe them even more quest favors.
Well, we've lost a favor. We've paid off one favor, and that was Yeldon when he left, so.
Andy Crazy is a powerful priest.
She does not have resurrection.
Oh, okay. Will Braxton know that?
Probably not, but Higgimus, Higgimus already dragged 3 corpses to the elves, got them resurrected, so it's not unreasonable to think that he's gonna have the same thing in mind.
Does Ockar know if the cleric said is sure to have access to resurrection?
They definitely don't.
Okay.
It's only like Tyler that's the highest level priest on Brawl.
Yeah, and I believe she's 13th level.
He's got to be 14th, hasn't he?
Yep. Double checking, but yep, I'm pretty sure. Yep, 14th.
Ugh.
So we're going to take our break here. And when we come back after the break, party rushing off to get another resurrection. Good times, good times.
There goes any money we made.
It may not actually cost money. You still might need to bargain.
Just our lives.
You might still need to bargain, but we shall see. But we'll be back in about 10 minutes from our break, and we'll see you guys then.
Leather. See, at least I tried for a miracle. I actually got one that's like, what?